There was a day when I looked in the mirror and no longer recognized who was standing there. I was exhausted from the empty promises I made to myself every night, exhausted from the procrastination that stole my dreams, exhausted from being a hostage to my own bad habits. That day, I made a drastic decision. The person I was needed to die. I gave myself 100 days. 100 days to abandon everything that weakened me and build from absolute zero a new version of myself. This is not a video about fleeting motivation, the kind that lasts until the next story. It's about the brutality and the beauty of discipline. It's about the silent war we wage against ourselves every day and how, finally, to start winning. The ancient Stoic philosopher said that we have no power over external events, but we have absolute power over our minds. I finally understood that. My greatest enemy was not the world out there. It wasn't the lack of opportunities. It wasn't the criticism of others. My greatest enemy lived inside me. It was my own undisciplined mind. That treacherous voice that whispered, "Just 5 more minutes in bed, you deserve this junk food, leave it until tomorrow." Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's about choosing every second between the immediate pleasure that weakens you and the long-term effort that strengthens you. It's choosing between what you want now and what you want most in life. And to win this internal battle, I needed a code of conduct, non-negotiable rules. My 100-day challenge was based on 3 fundamental pillars, simple to understand but brutally difficult to execute day after day. The first pillar, the body as a temple. I understood that my body was not an amusement park for momentary pleasures, but the vehicle that carries my dreams. So I made a radical cut. 0 sugar, 0 alcohol, 0 processed foods. Everything that inflamed my body and clouded my mind was eliminated. And every day, without exception, 1 hour of physical activity. It didn't matter if it was raining, if I was tired or discouraged. The rule was clear and non-negotiable. The body moves before the mind has the chance to invent an excuse. Daily sweat became a baptism, washing away weakness and laziness. The second pillar, the mind as a fortress. A weak and distracted mind cannot build anything of value. So I committed to 2 daily practices. First, read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Every day. Knowledge is power, and daily reading sharpens the sword of the intellect. Second, and perhaps most importantly, 10 minutes of meditation. Just sitting in silence and observing my thoughts without judgment. This isn't mysticism, it's training. It's training your ability not to be dragged away by every emotion, every impulse, every notification. It's building a center of calm in the middle of the hurricane. The third pillar, the spirit of the creator. I realized that I spent most of my time passively consuming social media, series, news. I was a spectator of life. To change that, the rule was clear. 1 hour a day dedicated to a personal project, to creating something. Writing, planning a business, learning a skill, building anything. This practice changes your identity from consumer to creator. You stop just watching the game and step onto the field to play. You stop watching life and start directing it. Now, I'm not going to romanticize the process. It was hell. Around day 15, my body was screaming for sugar and my brain was begging for easy dopamine. The withdrawal of old habits was physical. It was real. Near day 47, the monotony almost defeated me. Waking up early, training, eating the same thing, reading, meditating, the initial motivation, that enthusiasm explosion, was long gone. And that is exactly where the magic happens. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. It's in that valley of difficulty, when no one is applauding you, when the only thing moving you is the silent promise you made to yourself in the mirror, that character is forged. Every no I said to temptations was a yes to the person I was becoming. Every workout done without wanting to, every page read while sleepy, was one more brick in the construction of my inner fortress. And then day 100 arrived. And the funniest thing is that there was no explosion of fireworks, there was no dramatic finish line. The real victory wasn't completing the 100 days. It was realizing that I didn't need them anymore. The habits became automatic. Mental clarity became my default state. Physical energy became abundant. I wasn't doing a discipline challenge anymore. I simply was a disciplined person. Discipline didn't imprison me. It gave me true freedom. The freedom not to be a slave to my impulses. The freedom to consciously choose who I want to be at every moment. This journey wasn't about becoming an unshakable superhuman. It was about stopping accepting less than what I'm capable of. It was about proving to the only person who matters, myself, that daily consistency, even if small, beats talent, intensity, and fleeting motivation. It was about understanding that the person you will be a year from now is the sum of the choices you make today. And now, I turn the question back to you. What is the one thing that, if you did consistently for the next 100 days, would completely transform your life? It doesn't have to be everything at once. Choose one thing, just one, a pillar to start with. If you are ready to stop negotiating with your weakness and start building your strength, this journey is for you too. I will continue sharing every step, every difficulty, and every victory here on this channel because this construction never ends. Follow the channel so you don't miss the next steps of this journey. And most importantly, leave in the comments what your 100-day challenge will be. Let's create an army of people committed to their own evolution. Let's build this together. Your new life doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now.